Welcome to the Grand Design Series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 15th of March 1920, which is roughly 18 months on from the end of the last part. And the reason we're so far forward is that I really needed to try and catch up with some of the building projects. Also, I got myself into a little bit of a tangle because we've now got a lot of aging vehicles. And I'm going to be talking a lot more about that in a little while. But first, I'm just going to give you an update of where we are. And what I've managed to finally do is clear quite a lot of the building projects over here. And what we are currently got is we got an irrigated field here and an irrigated field here producing crops. I think we're actually getting more efficiency under here. I'm not exactly sure. Let's have a look at the water supply. Yeah, at the moment we're still building the pipelines into here so that we can get a direct water connection into here. I think once we get a direct water connection into here, we'll actually get some better productivity. So so that's been very much the focus in this town. On the other side, what I've done is focused quite a lot of attention on building residential capacity here. So you can see we've now got several buildings. In fact, I'm going to speed the game up because we've got not like that going on. Considering we're just coming out of winter, we've got a fairly good supply of food that's flowing at the moment. Now, one problem I did get through the winter, and again, it comes down to this maintenance. What happened is I had a disruption of my coal supply. You can see at the moment it's still pretty icky. And what happened is that my my fuel distribution, little as it is, started to get disrupted, and I ended up with, and of course the surefire sign is that I had basically a queue of trucks circulating between this building here and this building here looking for fuel. And of course, once you get into that situation, what happens is the rest of your economy starts to break down a little bit. So that was a bit of a problem. I don't think over here, the only thing we are actually, I don't think we're actually building anything at the moment. I wouldn't mind. I think this is being built. What I've done, because the other thing is that I'm getting cycles of maintenance requirement, and what happens is that we're not getting enough resources out here. So what I'm doing is only using one construction office over here to build what I need to do. Actually, that's finished now. I should need to get some biological waste into there. Besides the fact that I plan to play on to get rid of all the construction, I did spend quite a lot during that 18 months kind of doing detailed firefighting. Another thing I've put in here is another technical office. So what I've done is started to get rid of the road sweepers in this area. I've also come over here in the sense that I've built another technical office here, but what I actually need over here is snow plows. You can see I've also spent a heck of a lot of money of my dollars, and I don't want to drain that out too much. And so back over to here, I do have production going on here, and I've got these little vehicles here, and this is actually filled up, so I need to kind of get in here, because what I've started trying to do is replace the secret police. In fact, I think that is probably a good segue into the next thing I need to talk about, which is vehicle maintenance. And if I come up here, well, I'll show you the building maintenance situation at the moment. That's not too bad. Although what I will say is if I do the entire map, you will see this here. But this looks a lot worse than what it actually is. The reason being is that what I've got up here now is my town up here is falling apart. And this is where all these, most of these red ones are. They've actually collapsed. I think this one, yeah, this one has collapsed Now, I've also got exactly the same problem over here. I think we might have started to get some collapses here. Luckily, the buildings themselves don't seem to be subject to things, but no, I think this place is relatively safe. But what you will see is this here. This is 84% there, so this will collapse fairly soon as well. So generally, building maintenance is okay, but what the real problem is, if I come into here, well, if we go to 3,000 meters, you can see we've got fountains there, but we are maintaining that 47% capability and keeping things under control. Now, vehicles are a little bit of a different story. I'm going to do the entire map just to show you. And if I go to wear and tear, you'll see we've got a female rider. Now, one thing you need to be aware of is when you're looking at this list is, see all these at the top, it says scrapping facility. What that actually means is that all these vehicles are actually queued up into here. You can see I've got 25 vehicles in here that are in the process of being scrapped because I don't have much of a workforce in here. In fact, I'm going to try and increase it because I'm going to run out of space and I don't want to spend time selling the vehicles. But you can see here we're already accumulating quite a lot of vehicles now. So what I've had to resort to is, if I go to 3,000 again, short search for wear and tear, and what I'm looking for is like vehicles like this. This vehicle is in a bad way. He's already got 84% wear and tear. He's beyond being, how can you put it? He is now well beyond the point of recovery. And he's actually working in this area here. So what we're going to do, and he's in fact at 84% damage, there's a good chance he's going to break down. So what we're going to do is let him drop off here and let him dispose. See if we can add him to the growing list of vehicles that need to be scrapped. Trouble is, I'm going to run out of capacity here. So that means this distribution office here, we've got a covered hole. I think at the moment, because we got the Mack trucks, unless I can get a Mack truck, but to do that I'm going to need to get there, which now comes to what I want to do is a little bit of preemptive thing. If I can find can't use the police station, I need the secret police. And what I'm going to do is we're going to send a couple of male riders up here as well. Get rid of you. Get you there. We're going to send you there. And that means what I'm going to do now is we're going to come here. I've only got 4 slots and this Mack truck is in the process of being built. And where are you? There. I think we should be able to allocate these little vehicles here. I know that was a fairly arbitrary thing, but I don't have the storage space to be able to do things. Right, let's just go back to here. As I say, I'm just doing this as an example. I'm not going to do the whole video based on here, because just to give you an example of what's going on, we've got this 4-horse ambulance here. This ambulance has already got 64% wear and tear. But if you see this little symbol here, it's got a kind of, I think it's a spanner. And what you'll see, it says here, less than a year has passed since the last repair. And you can see last repair before 10 months, 26 days. Now you can see here, this cannot be repaired because it can only be repaired once a year. And it can only get repaired back to a certain level. And you can see this vehicle is already 16 years old. This is also another example that if you compare that with, say, a fire truck, I can find a fire truck here. If I keep you up, just going to pause. I don't want to. If I open this fire truck, this is probably not a very good example, to be honest. But what you will find is that the amount of wear and tear also relates to road mileage, the odometer, as well. So we're just going to find, where is this? We've got this ambulance here. Where are you actually based? You're probably historic hospital. Where's the historic hospital? Well, we know there's only one hospital in this area. Trouble is, I'm gonna have to buy a vehicle for this one, which is the other option. Now, if we find the historic hospital, which should be, there it is, just there. Oh, no. Okay. You've got a patient. You've got 36, so you're okay. You're 51. Anyway, guys, so this is the ongoing problem that I've got. There's not much I can do about it. Now, I could try and start using this, but I'm very reluctant to use this because we don't have a vast amount of money. And once you start using this, you can't really filter by vehicles. And as when you've got an aging fleet, and consider how many vehicles we've actually got at the moment, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of managing it manually. And what I am doing is kind of keeping an eye out for any vehicles that's persistently breaking down. Now, hopefully this over here, I think this is starting to work a little bit more successfully now. We've got quite a lot of food backed up in here. We've got 100 tons of food. I'm resisting the temptation to export food. So at the moment, these are working. I think if I get these working really efficiently, what I might do is kind of shove this way back on the back burner, because the next problem I've got, and again, it comes back to maintenance and more importantly, the building maintenance, because again, see the point? When I looked at this just recently, that we had no maintenance here. Now we've got 4 buildings under maintenance. And this is where these construction offices aren't really up to the job, and I can't really afford to risk sending out construction teams out here. I did try it and it didn't work. So what I'm going to be doing is we're going to have to build a proper construction office. Ideally, I'd like, I can't get a 24 in there. We get a 6, yeah, we're going to get a 16 in here. Now, there will be an inherent risk with this, in the sense that this construction office here will be way outside of any fire defense. So if it catches fire, we could end up losing it. But what I want it to be is about here, to cut down the distance there. And at the same time, I want another one over here, because we're going to have to start trying to build up this town here. And what I'm thinking, this one will be a little bit safer. And what I'd like to do, if possible, is get 24 slot one in here. And of course, we'll get the road crews on the road connections. I don't think the road crew here has got anything. And of course, the other thing we're going to need to do is try and get a more direct connection here. Because the problem with expanding when you're in this time period is distance. It's also the possibility that you will run into problems. Just want to check the gravel situation. Okay, well, what's going on now, game? Yeah, again, we're got this problem here. So many problems, so many things to worry about. I think I will go for it. We need to build this road out here. It's going to cause a little bit of fun and games. I think if we build it in sections, we may not drain too much from the area there. I mean, I've got no other real roads to build in this area. I mean, all they're currently doing is just working on bits and pieces. Let me just check this. Oops, thank you, game. We've got biological waste there. We need biological waste here. And just make sure that this one's set up as well. This might be the reason why this was drained. The gravel, this thing is, and we've got a little bit of gravel there. So what we're going to do is build a construction office out here. Take a chance that if it burns down, it burns down. I don't think there's much I can do about it. And at the same time, I'm building without a power supply. Thank you, game. That's useless. Right. I thought this was in range of power. Let me just check. I could put a power line here, but again, I need to keep an eye on my power station because power is going to be a little bit of an issue. And we've got one power connection here. I think we will put in a path D1 here. I think if I push this, I mean, if I push this out to say about here, that would give me an option for some power out here, and it will also give me a bit of a backup. So I'm just going to do that. Now comes the problem. Oh, okay, we're going to be okay. Build that. And that there. Just going to take a look at the... So we've now got full-blown water supply into here. And what you will see is now that we're actually running at more efficiency now. So what we're basically producing now is 20 tons of crops per day, which works out to quite a lot of crops here. And if we can get this operational, this will give us 40 tons of crops per day. I don't really want you in there just at the moment, please. What we will do though is put you on there for the moment, and we'll get you to cut the crops from there as well. I mean, this will run without power supply, but at the same time is I don't think we've got any unemployment. Yeah, we got a tiny amount of unemployment here. Now, of course, one of the problems we have is that when this shuts down when it gets cold, we get there. We want to get the groundworks finished, but we will. Why do these people keep insisting on? Okay, I'm just going to leave 2 people in there. We might as well, because it looks like we've actually got water here as well. Though this doesn't have a water connection, I don't think. Maybe it doesn't need a water connection. I know some of them don't. That needs a water connection, but this one obviously doesn't. Okay, that's good to know. So maybe I can get a little bit more. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. I think it could be the fact that the power supply here isn't regular. Because I do have a fluctuating power supply situation. I've got so many problems. But what I'm hoping to do is get, I need to check this place actually. Yeah, I think we're getting pretty close now to this area. We may have to bring this one online to add more power to the grid. Let's have a look at this area here. Yeah, this is pumping out 1.5 kilowatts, which is pretty good. The other problem also is you can see the wear and tear here. So yeah, I think maybe I'm going to need to start thinking about this area. Get that built. So get that here. In fact, it looks, yeah, I think we've made a start here. I think what we will do, if we've got capacity here, yeah, we got capacity. We're only, we're going to start bringing these guys online. Let me just look out whether these are in range. Yeah, you're only really in range of that building there. And for some reason, this guy's got a shortage. I think he's right on the limit. I think what we may have to do is look at the possibility of getting some more kind of residential workers into this area. Because we've got 75 workers there. We need 6 in here. It's a little bit of eggs in one, all the eggs in one basket type scenario here. I'm wondering, we got this building here again. We've got a little bit of a distribution problem. I'm wondering, say for example, if I take you to there, will you? Yeah, I think we need that asphalt footpath here. So we're going to have to put you onto there, but we're also going to need to put the, are you guys busy? You're doing maintenance. We'll get you onto there as well. Right. How are we doing? I think what I'm going to do is we're going to shut you down again. I don't think I've got a great need for prefabs, and we're not making that much money from exporting them. We did it last month. I know we got 2,000, but I think we're kind of getting more money from the higher value targets. So I think at the moment, because we don't have, I think the main drain on the prefabs is this stuff. What we got here, I think, how are we doing? Let me just see. I think this guy needs to, I think the landfill is now shut down. Have you picked up the landfill? Yeah, you've picked up the landfill, so you can cover that. And you're working on the substation. Just checking this. Right, back to here. What we got here? Right, we got. You're a snowplow. I want you to there. So that we can get the snow coverage there. No idea what this truck is, so we'll send you to there. Right, we got a covered hole here with a 12-ton capacity. So let me just see. I think I'd like to have you working on this farm here, and then what I'm going to do is None of these are. Just want to see what the wear and tear on them. They're all roughly the same. Again, this is another problem that you will find with the wear and tear, is that the vehicles will all tend to run out at the same time. Got a hauler here that can shift 11 tons of crops. I think I might use the farm as a temporary store. What's going on here? Okay, we've got a vehicle repair going on here. We just check that, because this is a potential problem. Yeah, we got a problem here with. Okay, he's actually given up. Just double check that this is. Oh no, we've got a vehicle repair over here. So maybe that repair was being finished. You can see here we're going to have to do something about the junkyard, because at the moment we are not really getting ahead with this. And again, it comes down to workforce. So I do really need to get more workforce into here. Just see. Yeah, I think we're getting plenty of people coming into here. I think we're getting to a point now where we've got all our trucks being busy. It was a very dirty, beat up truck there. This guy's got 62%. Okay, let's pull you there. Right, you're on that one there. Sorry guys, you've got to go. You're 14 years old and you're can't get that there. I think what I will do now is pull one of the trucks out of here, because you're working relatively short distances. So if I put you into there, so we are doing reasonably well. I say this farm isn't particularly that efficient, so we'll have to worry about that. Pouring concrete, right. Let me just see. I need this built alongside that built. This road's too short, so what we're gonna have to do is use these guys. They can do actually build that. Because the resources have been delivered, it's just the workforce. Ooh. We don't need that at the moment. This, yeah, we're waiting for gravel. Hopefully we can start to gain. No, we're still not gaining on gravel. Where's all the gravel going then? We're not producing prefab panels. Coal and gravel. Yeah, I think a lot of it's going into here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to reduce the workforce right down very low to reduce the efficiency. So you can see we're producing 40 tons of cement per day and it's consuming 125 tons. I think what we will do is shut you down as well. A part of the problem is that because I've got these over here, which are pulling in, if you imagine this has got a workforce, we've got 20 people. So we've got 60, so you can see here, we've got kind of 80 odd workers in here, 120 here. So at the moment we are tying up 200 workers here, which should be working up here. But the same time, I want this reliable supply, which is the reason why we are doing this. Let's have a look at our growth rate. Now, at the moment we are not, births are not exceeding. Okay, so we've got a bit of a falling population at the moment, which is not good. What we got here? OPEC membership. Okay, we'll join OPEC. Let me just look at the hospital. I could give an increase in the birth rate. Yeah, I think if we can push up the birth rate a little bit. I mean, it could be the fact that there's just a kind of death wave going through, but we are having the loyalty. The loyalty is still 68%. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I think the fall in the birth rate might have been a consequence of the blocking here. Yeah. Okay. How are we doing here? We're actually doing quite well from the crop point of view, but I think we are still importing crops at the moment. Yeah, we're still importing quite a lot of crops, so there's that electricity problem. Yep. So we do need this put together quite quickly so we can spread the load with this. So many things to think of, and it's the annoying thing is it is slowing up our actual ability to do things. Right, what I'm going to do now is I want round. What do we need out here? We haven't really built out here yet. Okay, what's up with these guys? These guys are still waiting for gravel. Oh, what a pain, what a pain, what a pain. We really need these construction offices online. Let's have a look what we've got here now. Right. I need to get these vehicles in use. We've got another crop thingy. Oops. This is a covered hole. These are the bigger crop vehicles. We're going to keep the process up of just putting them in there for the moment. Right, we've got a dumper here. Now, that's something. We got our road crew here. I think I'd like to get you into there because what I will do is set this here. Oops, no, it's not finished, so it can't do it. Right. Right, this vehicle. Right, we got concrete truck here, which I was keeping for the new construction, but let me just see. We also need buses. Let me just see. I think I've replaced all the concrete vehicles, but I'll just double check. We'll just hook this guy here, put him over there, and we will. I mean, I could send some vehicles over here to put into this depot, but I will do a quick check to make sure. Ah, yeah, there's a cement truck there. I want. Okay, where are you going? I was just gonna follow this guy. Push you up over there. Push you over there. I'll let you drop off your cement. Yeah, getting the best possible concrete trucks is going to be very important. Simply because these are the ones that have really got to haul things over long distances. Well, this has got a top speed of 22 kilometers an hour, carry capacity of 3.3 tons. This one is got a top speed of 50 kilometers an hour with a 5-ton carry capacity. So we certainly need him to deliver that. And then what we'll do is we will let him drop that off, and then he can go to scrapping. I mean, his wear and tear isn't that bad, but to be honest, he's not going to be much use. I really need the better concrete mixers. So vehicle replacement isn't just about what you need to do. Right, let's just go to there. Where are you? You're just here, so we'll get you into there, and that means that we can get, how are we doing here? I think we may have a problem long term, so what I'm going to do is put you back onto picking up from here. Food. Right, what else have we got tucked in here? I think what I will do is the extra. Right, we got some snow plows, which we, where are you? I think we're going to need to change the production now. Right, the question is, what do we need next? Actually, it just occurred to me, we've got ambulances that are starting to get worn out, aren't they? Template ambulance. Speed. I think we can afford 41,000 for an ambulance. This one is 35 kilometers. Yeah. Yeah, we might as well get the best we can. And what we're going to do is get it to start building ambulances now. Oh yeah, what I was going to do is get rid of those trucks. Where are you? I'm going to actually send you over to here. Put you in there. There. Just use you as an overflow kind of car parky thing. If we could get this built, it'd be really great. We could get something going here. It's nice to see that this silo's got surplus crops in it. Probably because this thing isn't really there. I don't want to build any accommodation over here just at the moment, because as I say, we've got a little bit of unemployment here at the moment already. I could set up a bus route from here to, actually we could do that, but I think at the moment I'm quite happy to live with the unemployment. How are we doing here? We're just kind of marginally growing at the moment, which is let me just check over here. No garbage trucks. Yes, I know, I'm not really interested in the garbage trucks. We got 28 vehicles in here waiting to be scrapped, mainly horses and carts, so we are moving away from the period of horses and carts. I'm kind of thinking about maybe it's time to do another vehicle. Right, we got this wagon here. Where are you? Okay, yep. Close distribution. Where are you? You're going to pick up food. I think we're okay for food at the moment, but what's your capacity? Yeah, I think you're 66%. The risk of you breaking down is, especially on a food system, is not good. So what we need in here, because all we got here at the moment is kind of covered holes. Oops. All right, we need a covered hole here that could. We don't need an excessively big one. 2.5 tons of food. That's not. But it's cheaper than the steam covered one, which is 22 kilometers. But you're slower. See, this is the problem. We don't really have. Let me just see if we can. I don't really want to do this, but we're 2.5 tons, 3.8 tons of food. We got 7.5 tons here, but there's gonna. I think we'll go with the Mack truck here and bring that in. I know I could build one, but it's just a question now of seeing what we can do. Wear and tear. I wish there's one thing I would say about this is I wish there was like a double filter here that you could do. Okay, let's just do the entire map. Right, the next one down is a heavy covered hole here. Where are you? Yeah, you're carrying food as well. I'm just gonna follow him. Yeah, it's the same place again, because of course this again, this is another problem, that what you will get is these vehicles. Again, I think we're going to have to trash you. This is too important not to deal with. So, and we're going to get another Mack truck here. Actually, oops, should have bought that one. That's okay. This is. Yeah, we're going to have to try and set up some form of export where we're actually exporting to the base. Actually, what are you? I was actually too sure what he's doing out here. How are we doing? Right, so it's like this has been picked up by the groundworks crew. So actually, where is the groundworks crew? That's the distribution office. You need to get onto that. How are you going? Right, this guy's got nothing to do. I think we'll get him on that for the moment. Basically try and get a more reliable supply into here. And because if we can get this built, these will then feed into this silo. That means we won't need to send the individual trucks up to here. And what that means is these won't slow up production because the trucks aren't emptying them. Because at the moment, this one is going faster than what that can go. And eventually we could fill up all three of these and get things going. Rain, more rain. Let's just get back over to here. Right, we've now got a second power station nearly finished. Just make sure that, yeah, you've got access to everything you need. And so should you. How's the gravel? Yep. Yeah, now we slowed down the production of cement. We're now actually gaining a little bit on the cement side. I think what we'll do is we'll just put a minimum of workforce in there so that you can supply that stuff. We are making money, aren't we? Yep, tiny amount. Last month we lost money because I spent money. But we're okay. We're not using bricks at the moment. We've got a fairly big pile of bricks as well. We are going to need to think. I'm not exactly sure I want that road there, but that's okay. This road is now finished, so we can I'll take out that connection there. What I would like to do, if possible, is start the process of if I could come out there. It's not going to do it. So this is going to have to be a winter job. I mean, we got most of this area kind of connected in. It's just this section here, which we'll have to do through the winter, when technically there should be nothing coming through here. Once the harvest has been collected, we can then get into here. Oh, just so many things to think about and do. And right, we've got another snowplow. Put the last snowplow into here. Now there is a here we go. What we got here? Okay, looks like we got problems with our waste collection now. Where are you? Great. You. Sorry, you're just not going to make it because you're breaking down. So go into there. We're going to need a waste truck here. What have we got here? Capacity. I don't really want to go to the full 13 tons. So what we're going to have to do, this guy's 5 tons. He's actually slower than... So what's the fastest guy here? We got 50 tons, 3 tons. See, none of these have really got the carry capacity. So we're just going to have to flash out for another steam waste hauler here. Right, let's have a look at the rest of them. You're 47%. You're 22%. You're 21%. You're 49%. When were you last repaired? We can repair this guy, so that's good. So that was just an outlier. It's probably the first one of the first ones to do. But you've also got to be aware that we are. We've got quite a lot of kind of trucks working down here that have been working for a very, very long time. Again, here's an example. Now, if I can show you, this truck is 16 years old, but you can see he's only got 35% wear and tear. The reason for that is that he spends most of his time parked here. So the criteria for when you are going to replace a vehicle is based on the distance traveled, the age, and also how often it can be repaired. See, where if you look at this one, this guy's 45%. Now he's 13.7 years old, which means he is actually younger than this one. But you can see here, he's actually done 554.69 kilometers, and he's already got a wear and tear of 45%. But and it looks like it says last repair before 14 days. Less than a year has passed since the last repair before 14 days. So this guy is in pretty serious risk of kind of causing a problem. Then if we look at this one, this guy's done 875. He's 12.74 years old. He's got 44%, and it says last repair before 11 months, 24 days. So things are. So we're certainly getting this guy's good. So because he's got a nice new truck, and we got a nice new bus here as well. In fact, the bus services we may need to take a look at as well. See how well we're doing repairs. So say for example, this truck here, he is over here, and I think the repair distance is overlapping here. I think maybe this is a bit far, so maybe we'll reduce one of these down to 3,000. Have a quick look at the Secret police. What's the where here? I don't think we've got any real problem here. Let's have a look at... Yeah, our next candidate has got 56% where. We've got the next candidate here is a covered hole. He is 62% where. And where is he? Traffic jam. Oh, great. What's that? Where's the traffic jam? Okay, what's causing the problem here? I think the problem is all the slots are full. Haha. You go back to there. Yeah, my scrapyard is now full. Yeah, I can't send any more vehicles for scrapping until I've got that there. And of course, we've got no workers now because the buses were jammed. Okay, so I can't send any more vehicles for scrapping. So what we're going to have to do is create somewhere to put the surplus vehicles to. I think what I might do we have a free depot? Problem is this doesn't really have much capacity, but it's only got 4 slots, but we can send vehicles that need to be scrapped can go there. Got a covered hole here doing nothing. Again, I think we're just going to shove you in there so that you keep busy. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. Apologies that it probably was a little bit boring in the sense that I wasn't doing much on the construction side. But what I really wanted to do in this video was kind of focus about the problems related to vehicles starting to need to be replaced, and also the effects of wear and tear on vehicles, because it is very important, because we're 20 years into this game. So once you get past about 18 years, and then of course it's an 18-year cycle, this will become a constant problem which will need to be worked on. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.